Hello and welcome back to the Shrouded by me, Bardon. Okay, so we're at the beginning of a new season. If I remember rightly from the last time, we had found a number of sinners. We haven't haven't sacrificed them all yet. And as you can see, we're kind of, obedience is going to be an issue this time round, so we've got to find as many obedient people as we can, really. But we may not be able to get enough to make up this shortfall here. Spiritual contagions are spreading among the villagers, causing them to behave abnormally. I've decided to unseal the old tower to confine and purify the affected. Okay? My cows grow sickly. Okay. Something. Okay. Now, let's see. You're undisciplined. You're undisciplined, but you're obedient. So, we don't have any major sinners at the moment in this family. I think we inquire about you. So you're a crony, plus 15 to obedience, so we're probably going to use you. And you're a flirt, so minus 20 to discipline. So discipline will maybe tank this time, but you'll be able to at least help us with obedience. Okay. Then next, guys, we got rid of someone last time. So we've got to inquire. Your obedience minus 10, so you're a no-no for this time. So let's begin an inquiry on you for your virtue. Full of fervor. Okay. So we'd probably appoint you. Then in here, masochist. Discipline, okay, minus obedience, so you're out. Obedient, let's see, let's begin an inquiry on you and find out how much of obedience you have. Timid, plus 5 obedience, so probably not you. Let's begin an inquiry on you. You are obedient, so we're going to probably appoint you. Lacking fervor, let's appoint you. Okay. And we have these two here. Right, so we may get rid of, so discipline minus 30 for you and obedience plus 5. So we're going to appoint you, I think, as the person that we are going to probably get rid of. You're going to be your sacrifice. Let's begin an inquiry on you and find out what your virtue is. Ignorance, okay. Right, so then let's appoint you as the advisor. So then we've got to counteract this discipline, because discipline will go down a lot. So maybe from here, you're obedient, that's good. You're dull, which is ignorance. Discipline is bad though. Let's begin an inquiry on you for your vice. Yeah. Lacking fervor. Okay, so fervor will suffer, but obedience will be fine, so let's get you. So now everyone that we've appointed so far will help us with obedience. That's good. You're full of fervor and you're unrepentant. So let's appoint you. And we can find out more about you during the season. We have a letter as well. Let's see what the letter is about. Your Excellency, my mother does not abide by the rules of the church. I see her writing letters to someone she calls uncle, who does not live here. Is that possible? Perhaps she has gone mad. Please help. Daughter of Eva. That... I know why it's like Daughter of Eva, but could have at least maybe given the person a name. Or maybe, like, made it clear that they were writing in confidence and that they didn't want their name known. And then just Daughter of Eva would have been better. So let's see. House Blackthorn will not like this. House Blackthorn will like this. Publicly reward the child for her loyalty. Yeah, let's reward the child for her loyalty. Even though we didn't give us a name. Maybe Eva only has one daughter. House Blackborn looks on proudly as one of their own is recognized as the tongue of Chernobog. Her mother, Eva, seems nervous, but affirms her pride. Okay. Now, the tower. How do you work? I don't really know, is the thing. Is there anyone that we feel we should probably confine to the tower at the moment? Maybe you, because you're rebellious. So let's confine you. And then here. No one. How about here? Pervert, you're already using you. We don't know anything about others. And then here. Probably you, Embezzler. Yeah, let's confine you. This will replace a villager in the purification vault to prevent contagion from spreading and cleanse any illness. Oh, wait. What illness? Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about illness. I guess it's something we're probably gonna, when we get better at the game, it's probably something that is gonna be the next thing to really dive into and learn about, because it's gonna be the next block for our progress. But right now, it's more the season to season management of the people and that we need to get to grips with. Let's begin the season. There are inmates in the tower who haven't been examined or purified. No. Let's do that then. So let's visit you. Bogdan is sound body and mind. Examination will reveal something about Bogdan. Purification will improve his virtue or cause unexpected results. Okay, let's examine. Please let me out before winter. Okay. And then... the thing is, if we can find her, then we need to find another sinner to sacrifice the next turn. I'm not sure. So maybe we don't confine her. And maybe if we do find someone else, we can confine her next turn. Okay. So, let's begin the season. Okay. So that would be discipline down. That would restore the discipline. But obedience wouldn't go up as much as I... These are all obedient people, but apparently they don't contribute as much obedience as I want them to. You're full of fervor. We don't need fervor going. Let's go with these three. And maybe your fervor is going to tank. It's saying fervor is going up, but I don't believe that. Vadim found only a few scribbled scraps of old world literature. There were no bonfires. Ignorance -1. With your permission, Vadim brings you tea and gives you a foot massage. Obedience +5. Vadim is rumored to have taken on yet another lover. Discipline -6. Okay, let's begin an inquiry. Actually, we can't, so that's fine. Go to the next result. Milos and the labourers shaped statues from stone and clay, but a strong wind soon destroy their efforts. Fervor -1. Milos followed your every suggestion. Obedience plus something. You notice Milos' ceremonies aren't as well attended as others. Fervor minus something. So let's see about this. So you're lawful, so +10 to obedience. And let's check this as well. Gentle, so fervor -20. Okay. Let's go to the next result. Svante claims the citizenry have very few luxuries remaining and returned empty-handed. Discipline -1. Follows your every suggestion. Obedience plus something. You notice Svante's ceremonies aren't as well attended as others. Fervor minus something. Okay. So elegant +5 obedience. Lacking fervor. Morbid. Oh. So you're another one that we could get rid of. Fervor -30. Okay. So they're dissatisfied now. Right. Then next result. So they're actually come up to neutral. Okay. So now. Finish that. On to October. So he puts you in this time, which will be great for that. Then we still need to increase our obedience. Okay, let's do that. I still don't know why. Hang on, let's get rid of you for a second. That's the biggest increase, yeah, that we can get. So I think we do that. Let's begin the month. Bardon found on your food scribble scraps again. Okay. +5 obedience though. -6 discipline, so discipline is now an issue. Let's go to the next result. Milo orders labourers into carving +3 fervor, +3 obedience, -6 fervor, so a total of aggregate of -3 fervor there. Ladislas dutifully whipped sinful, adhering to the rites of penitence, +3 penitence. Okay, now we gotta find out. So sadist, major virtue +15. Narcissist, minor vice, -20. Okay. So we're getting less penitence with him than we thought we would. Right, and here are the reactions. So 3 dissatisfied houses now. They're zealous though, you're satisfied. Okay. Finish that season. On to November. Right, so in November, let's see. Yeah, there's only one real combination of using 3 that will get this up. Yeah, so we've got to do that. Let's begin the month. Ignorance +5. It's pretty good. Discover the cache of old world books. Brings you tea and gives you a foot massage. Obedience +5. Discipline down. The Vadim rumored you're taking yet another lover. And again, we can't inquire about that. Let's go to next. Okay, so Milos we know everything about as well. Fervor +3 from that, but we're going to get Milos down here, right? Yeah. Milos brings in a few extra criminals for questioning. Obedience +3. And then, oh, it's not good because it's not quite what we wanted. I've chased rumors and whispers but found no evidence of infidels. Obedience -1 and +1, so no overall change. And then discipline -10. Rumors about Eva's strange desires cannot be true, yet they are all the town can talk about. Okay. Let's go next. Right, so God, this is going to be tough here. The season's end draws nearer. Sacrifice will be made to protect the village. So we have two candidates. The gathering convenes. Who will be sacrificed? So it's got to be one of these two. It's probably going to be you, for the simple reason that your house is less dissatisfied with us than this house. Okay. The villagers will be disturbed by Eva's death and lose obedience. No, we don't want to lose obedience. Villagers will be inspired to greater discipline. Okay. And then how about you? Either way, they're going to lose obedience. So I think this then is probably game over, right? Yeah, because we didn't quite get to where we needed to there. This we'd have a season to recover it, but this needed to get there this season. It didn't. So let's sacrifice you and see what happens. Okay, there's the sacrifice. I'm pretty sure this is game over. We sacrifice the life of Eva in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Blackburn. Just sacrifice. House Blackburn solemnly mourns Eva. House Blackburn approved -30, other House +5. The villagers praise Chernobog for ridding the community of a blighted soul. Discipline +15. Obedience -5. A new season begins. Rain freezes and hardens. Warning, too many villagers discard the rituals of fasting and focus. I must enforce discipline by the end of the season. Okay, so criminals and rebels talk openly of rebellion. I must enforce obedience by the end of the season. So both of these have to be sorted by the end of the season. Okay. So we need discipline and obedience. We can complete this so we can visit you. So you've become accusatory. Penitence +15. Through purification, he may transcend mortal flesh. Okay, well, let's try that. Okay, I think that's going to take this whole turn, right? Okay, now. Oh, the ones that are rebellious, I think, have this stuff. Let's see if that's true. So you are House Jefferson. No, actually it's not. It's either must be Cadwell are a problem and Blackburn. Oh, I was thinking that was an indicator, but apparently it's not a visual indicator. Okay. Or at least it's not a visual indicator of what I thought it was. Probably just a chimney then, I guess. But why is yours coming out of the window then? Okay. Right, so encourage... Find a thieving one. Encourage obedience. And we have to encourage discipline as well. Okay. So no disobedient. You would do discipline. And ignorance would go down. That's fine. So you're probably going to be the person we pick from there. Yeah, because you were not good at all. Let's begin an inquiry on you. About your virtue. So you're penitent. Okay. And begin an inquiry on you. About your vice. Lacking fervor. Okay. And then appoint. Choose the advisor. Next. Let's go here. Okay, so an inquiry on you about your virtue. penitent. Okay. So you will be plus fervor minus penitence. Okay. So that's alright. You would be plus fervor minus obedience. So that means that you have to be the advisor this season. Okay, then in here. Okay, we can't have undisciplined. Can't have obedience. So I think we got to find out more about you. Maybe. Or you. So ignorance is not going to help us that much. Okay, so let's inquire about her virtue. Disciplined. Okay. So we take the chance that she's not going to affect obedience. Okay, and then here, acting strangely. Oh, okay. So we got to confine you then. Confine you. Okay, now plus discipline minus obedience. I don't think we can afford that. You be minus penitence, so let's begin an inquiry on you and find out your virtue. Plus obedience, okay. Then begin another inquiry. We need to start finding out about these guys up here as well, so let's find your discipline, okay. So you would give us discipline, you would give us obedience, okay. So we'll think about which one of those that we need. Then here, ignorance minus discipline. Oh yeah, and we have to remember we need someone to sacrifice as well. So we probably appoint her and don't use her. Is what I'm thinking. So let's begin the inquiry then and start finding about the others. We could also be needed to use you instead. So let's start inquiring about your virtue. Oh, you're acting strangely. Okay. Well, guess what's happening to you then? Okay, and then let's appoint you as the advisor. Okay, and we're going to check this letter before we do our last advisor. The guard reports desecration. Casmira's grave has been disturbed and her body has been moved in the night. Set patrols, encourage obedience, encourage fervor, and something else. Okay, so let's encourage obedience. That's good. And continue there. So then we probably need discipline here, right? Yeah. So let's appoint you then as the advisor. Okay. Then let's visit you. Let's examine and find out why you're acting strangely. Let's visit you and examine and see why you are acting strangely. Okay. And then so we got to let the other guy out next turn. He may actually die in prison and probably won't be a good thing, but let's begin the season. So December. Okay, so discipline and obedience are the big. So that would be discipline up. And we need someone for obedience. Okay, that might work. Let's do that. Let's begin the month. Sagan scoured the town and found one old world book to burn in the ritual fires. Ignorance was 3. Sagan grows ever thinner, losing all interest in food and sleep. Discipline plus 5. Sagan has found daydreaming during work, returning to reality with fanciful tales. Ignorance minus 6. And then we can't do anything with you, so we go to the next result. Vasilisa forced the labourers to toil day and night, crafting a fine monument worthy of our god. For plus 5. Work extra hard. Discipline plus something. Okay, so let's begin an inquiry. Chaste, so discipline plus. Scholar, major vice. Okay, so you're another one that we may have to get rid of, or that we will have to get rid of. Let's go to next one then. Rada extracted an anonymous confession from a heretic, removing their tongue as penitence. Chernobog's will guides Rada. Obedience plus 6. Rada works extra hard. Okay, Rada has an unknown, so let's find out. Knows too much. Okay. Chaste. Okay. To next. Right, so now if we can, we appoint all these 3 here for the next season to try and control those houses a bit more. Your Excellency, Yaramir Blackburn has been seen with a stolen emerald necklace belonging to Ivan Blackburn. I demand that you deliver the appropriate punishment to a miscreant such as this before thieves overrun us, a concerned citizen. So, Yaramir Blackburn has been seen. So, are you the thief then? Interesting. So, Yaramir Blackburn. Okay. Well, hopefully we remember his name, because he may be the thief that we need to give. For the search, they won't like this. Interrogate Yaramir yourself. Will not like this. Okay. Either way, they're not going to like it. Okay, let's interrogate him myself. So he's a kleptomaniac. So he is the thief. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. That would be fine. Ignorance, we don't need to worry about this time. All 3 of these houses then would be happy with it, and we can then do the same for the next month. Okay, so seize forbidden desserts and fine cloth, plus 3 discipline. Then we got makes it seem fashionable to be organized, obedience plus. Enthusiasm for sacrifice makes the village uneasy, fervor minus 10. Okay, so fervor and ignorance we're going to have to work on next time, or next season. Dutifully whipped, sinful, penance plus 3. An extra whip, fervor plus 5. Aladisas fan club springs up, though you suspect Ladilas started at penitence minus 6. Okay. We can't inquire about anything on you. And then a last one. How to interrogate townspeople. Okay, so ignorance minus something. So she is was it learned or whatever, is probably the one that brings down ignorance at least. Rather loudly shames a couple holding hands in public. Discipline plus 3. Obedience plus 4 as well. That's great. Okay, and we're bringing these houses up again. Okay, let's finish those results. Vicar Everson reports that the village children no longer sing about Chernobog. Instead, they sing about white sand beaches and fruits called coconuts. Investigation determines Ludmilla Everson has been painting these fanciful images. Okay. We shall burn the paintings, which will bring ignorance up. Ludmilla must turn this creative energy towards our Lord. So let's get ignorance up, because fervor is fine for now. A great bonfire festival is held. The children joyfully throw paintings and shards of wood onto the flames and play in the ashes the next day. Ignorance plus 10. Okay, good. Now on to February. So 1, 2, 3. Let's begin the month. Okay, seize forbidden desserts again. This one was 3. Makes it fashionable. Obedience plus 1. Reduces a fervor though. Okay, let's go to the next result. Whip the sinful. Penitence plus 5. Found another whip. Wow. Fervor plus 5. And then his fan club reduces their penitence, but overall it's only minus 1, so that's not too bad. Rather extracted knowledge of confession. Obedience plus 6. Loudly shamed a couple again for holy hands. I wonder if it's the same couple. Discipline plus 3. Okay, and then she affected our ignorance as well. So again, ignorance next season we definitely have to work on. Right. So we finish our results. The season's end draws near. Sacrifice was made to the village. Okay. So it would make sense to get rid of you because your house is pretty satisfied. They'll bring these 3 up to more manageable levels. Minor virtue. The villagers will be disturbed by Vasi's death and lose discipline. Okay. The villagers will be inspired to greater ignorance through the purging of the sinner, which is great for next turn. House Isofka will grudgingly submit to my decision. Let's sacrifice you. Okay. So we know now who the thief is. Yosef. So we'll probably give him over next season. We sacrifice the life of Vasilisa in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Isofka. House Isofka solemnly mourns Vasilisa. Yeah, I'm glad we can win it because I can't say her name. I'm sorry, but I can't. So approval for them minus 30, other houses plus 5. Villagers praise Chernobog for ridding their community of blighted soul. Ignorance plus 15, discipline minus 10. Okay, accept that. The earth is dark and biting spring. Okay, so that is where we are going to leave that one. This is by far the furthest we've gotten. We may not get much further, but I'm still happy with the progress, and we're certainly learning a thing or two. There's plenty more to learn as well, though. But for now, I hope you have enjoyed. Hope you're keeping safe right there, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.